Hello and good morning. It's October, and it's only natural that people would start to chinwag about their favourite horror games or horror movies. This includes YouTubers. As you can see that your feed is probably covered by, well, scariest games, scariest videos, scariest blah 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 blah. Or you could have some condescending arsewipe with the video titled The Scariest Video Games You've Never Played. And it's something like fucking Resident Evil or Dead by Daylight. But as you can tell by the title of this video, these are some video games that I pretty much just spend my time on during this season. Nothing else to discuss in this intro, so let's begin. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. I thought I'd start off this list by talking about one of my favourite horror games. Released in 2007, which in that year alone we were spoilt with great games. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl takes place in, well, as you guessed, Chernobyl. The year is 2012, the nuclear power plant here had another disaster. The surrounding territory known as the Zone is now a breeding ground for mutants, angry drunk men and strange anomalies that can help you or could be your demise. You play as the Marked One, who wakes up without any recollection of his past and has one objective: kill Straylock. You don't really have a choice in the matter and must embark on a journey in a strange and dangerous land and put a bullet through his head. Gameplay wise, you traverse around the zone doing odd jobs for whoever. The shooting is decent for the most part, though if you're not careful enough, your health will deplete within a second, and the game on the hardest difficulty requires a lot of save scumming. But fuck it, I love it. This game is probably one of the most immersive experiences I've had in a video game. The sound design while you're making your way through town to town is up there with the best, especially when you're in one of the bunkers and hear the distant groans of a monster lurking in the shadows. If you're a fan of the games like Metro or Fallout, you should consider checking this game out. It's widely available now on modern hardware, but I will also recommend Stalker Anomaly for a free experience that you can download on PC only. I haven't played it as much, but from what I've seen, there are tons of mods you can get for it, giving you limitless replay value. Medieval. Not a scary game by any means, but I feel like this is essential to play for Halloween. Releasing on the PS1 back in October 1998, Medieval takes place in the fictional land of Gallowmere, in which a battle took place where the main character, Sir Daniel Fortesque led his men to defeat Zadok. Though in reality, Daniel was the first kill in the entire battle, and the king was like, fuck it, you the man now, dog. Zadok ran away like a little bitch, never to be seen again, or so they would think. Zadok returns to curse the entire town to a permanent state of nighttime and wake up the dead, including Dan, who you play as, and put a stop to all this. The whole game is full of Halloween aesthetics: killer pumpkins, ghosts, zombies. It's a good game for younger people to sink their teeth into this season. I haven't played any of the sequels or remakes, but I wouldn't mind giving them a try. Killing Floor 2. Killing Floor 2 is a wave-based co-op zombie FPS game. If you have played games like SAS Zombie Assault or Call of Duty Nazi Zombies, you will find that this is the next step of zombie slaying madness. Featuring a wide variety of guns and classes to choose from, you are not left short for what tools you can use to destroy the undead. Watch out though, as you progress through, stronger and bigger waves of enemies will rush you, and if you can manage to survive all that, you'll be met with a boss fight at the end. Tough when you're alone, but with a crew of 5 other friends, you're in for a hell of a time. Day Hunger. Not a standalone game, but a mod for Half-Life. Day Hunger was fully released back in 2001, which depicts a writer going to a small village named Rockwell to find inspiration for his writing material. His car crashes into a lake and he makes his way through the underground, only to encounter zombies have risen from their graves and are taking over the village. The game has 3 episodes, and each episode begins with you completely unharmed. This game draws massive inspiration from the Hammer horror movies, and since this is a mod for Half-Life, it's easy to guess how the gameplay is going to be like. Blood, the oldest game on this list. Releasing in 1997, Blood is what happens when you mix, once again, Hammer horror, but with John Woo movies. It follows the protagonist Caleb, who is betrayed by his master by being thrown and trapped in a grave. After some time, he makes his way out of the grave and is on a path of vengeance. The floatiness and the satisfying gunplay is absolutely fun. Couple that with enemies like cultists, banshees, and disembodied hands that scream out, "I'll swallow your soul." I'll never get bored with throwing dynamite into a crowd of zombies. This is on par with Doom, Quake, Half-Life, well, pretty much any shooter you could think of in the 90s. If you haven't played Blood yet, seriously do yourself a favour and check it out. Ex Mortis. Releasing in 2004, Ex Mortis is a point-and-click flash game you can find on Newgrounds. Ex Mortis follows a man who wakes up in a creepy forest under a brown, moonlit sky with no memory on how he got there in the first place. He seeks shelter and in the distance spots an abandoned house. He goes in and discovers that the house has a dark secret and many other horrors that await. It's a very short game, but there are 2 different endings, so it does have some replay value. Be sure to check out the Ex Mortis 2 sequel and another title by the same developer, Purgatorium, for a short but free creepy experience. I know there's an Ex Mortis 3, but yeah, I haven't played it yet. Now that is it for my games to play on Halloween. Feel free to leave a comment down under if you want to, of course, and tell me your favourite games to play during this season. I'm kind of curious to see what the answers are. Or maybe it could be a game you've never played before and you want to check out. For example, if I played it earlier, it'd be on this list, but I haven't yet, and, well, the game's Pathologic. I'll check it out and do a playthrough of it. Not on YouTube, but I'll play, you know what I mean. Anyway, see ya and good night.